Our put-in today is at Westerfield Crossing, 5.5 miles down the river. The San Marcos River rises at the old Aquarina Springs, now on the Texas State campus, and it flows 75 miles, generally southeast, toward the city of Gonzales, Texas, where it has its mouth on the Guadalupe River. In 1689, Alonso de Leon named a river San Marcos, but which river was he naming? The river he named was described as the first considerable river east of the Guadalupe. Today many scholars believe that this was either the Colorado River or the Navidad River. But despite this early confusion, by 1709 the river we know as the San Marcos had its current name. We're coming upon a shipwreck. Humorously defined as a shipwreck. It's a raft. There are several outfitters on the river that rent tubes and rafts. The one we have just seen met an untimely end. There are river cleanups periodically that will pick up empty beer cans, bottles, and the wreck of the raft. Anytime we're floating the river, we pick up bottles and cans and other trash as we go along and dispose of it properly at the end of our trip. The river has a gradient of about 5 feet per mile. It flows very gently, although between Westerfield and our takeout at Cottonseed Rapids, we will encounter the Old Mill Rapids, Broken Bone Rapids, and ending, of course, at Cottonseed Rapids. Cottonseed is considered a Class 2 rapid, and it's been known to upset travelers and to warp boats. That actually can happen at Old Mill or at Broken Bone also. So while the river is not dangerous, there is reason to scout rapids and to proceed with caution. This is one of our young companions, Bodie, doing a nice job. And another young companion, Carter. This is Steve. And Michelle. We floated pretty early in the day so that we could avoid the tubers on the river. They certainly have a right to enjoy the river, but it's sometimes hard to negotiate a kayak or a canoe through them. There are so many. The river is lined with huge old trees. These are the roots of a cypress tree. They're beautiful, they're massive. They provide shade. They block harsh winds. Bodie's going to do an unorthodox crossing here as he takes this river sideways, as he takes this rapid sideways. It works out just fine for him because he's very light, so he doesn't have a lot of upper body mass, keeps the center of gravity low, and he does a really nice job of keeping the center of gravity centered over the boat. Steve is at the ready, just in case somebody comes coming through this little rapid. Beautifully done, Michelle. The water is very clear. We see lots of minnows, occasional fish, and lots of turtles. Most of the turtles are red-eared sliders. This is Cottonseed Rapids. This will be our takeout point. All the land along the river is privately owned, and one must stay in the river to be legal. The owner of Cottonseed has given us permission to be on the shore, and we're going to take out at Cottonseed and meet our friends here on the bank. There's a little spill coming into Cottonseed, but they right the kayaks. And proceed downriver. Just when you think it's safe to get back in the water, no harm done. Carter says, River 1, Carter 0. Our friends and their critters, and Avi, have waited for us and greet us as we end our float. This was a warm day and the water feels really good, and the rapids at Cottonseed is an excellent place to get wet. Avi and her mama. Avi is my honorary granddaughter. Hi, Princess. It was a 2-hour float and a very, very enjoyable trip. I hope to float the San Marcos River again very soon.